In the opening scene, we are introduced to Private Luke DeVrox, a US Army soldier in the Vietnam War. Luke arrives to a horrifying scene, finding his squad members and several villagers lifeless, with their ears brutally removed. His comrade-in-arms, Sergeant Andrew Scott, is the cause of this. Having gone murderously insane, Luke finds that Scott, while holding up a string of severed ears as trophy, is also holding a young boy and girl captive. Luke tries to reason with Scott, saying that the war is over. Scott becomes furious and shoots the boy in front of him, then orders Luke to shoot the girl in order to prove his loyalty. Luke refuses and stops Scott from shooting the girl. The girl tries to flee, but Scott ruthlessly ends her life with a grenade. Luke and Scott shoot each other and both are killed. The following morning, a US Special Forces squad arrives at the scene and discovers the bodies. Acting on orders from the commanding officer, the team swiftly bags the bodies and preserves them in ice. They are instructed to never discuss the truth of what really happened. The scene then jumps to present day in 1992. A group of terrorists have taken 30 civilians hostage, with one man shot dead as the terrorists press for their demands to be made. The police are ordered not to make any attempts to rescue the hostages. Instead, the Universal Soldiers, or Unisols, an elite counter-terrorism unit, are called, with Luke, now referred to as GR-44, and Scott as GR-13 amongst them. As it turns out, they have been revived as super soldiers with their memories gone. During the infiltration, the Unisols showcase their exceptional training and physical prowess, as one of them remarkably survives close-range gunfire. They take the terrorists one by one and secure the hostages with no casualties. Seeing the hostages, Luke starts to have flashbacks from his past life and does not respond to his commanding officers. In the mobile command center, the Unisols technician team discusses the incident. They explain that the Unisols possess enhanced healing and strength, but tend to overheat and shut down. It is also revealed that they are given a serum to keep their minds under control and to erase their past life memories. We are then introduced to Veronica, a CNA reporter who sneaks into the base with her cameraman to understand the mystery behind super soldiers and get a good story. She finds the body of a Unisol who was shot earlier in the scene. Veronica starts to take pictures, but is shocked to see the soldiers is still alive. At this moment, the cameras spot her. When the reporters try to escape, they crash their car as the soldiers are pursuing them. They are captured when Scott unexpectedly kills the cameraman without receiving orders to do so. This brings Luke's memories back, and instinctively he rescues Veronica and they flee the scene. And the rest of the unit follows pursuit. In the next scene, Luke and Veronica's car run out of gas. Luke starts to push the car, showcasing his superhuman strength that shocks Veronica. The couple then arrive at a motel. Veronica tries to make a phone call to reveal the secret she has discovered, but the Unisols cut the communication lines. Luke takes his clothes off to cool down since he is not feeling well, as his wrist monitor is showing red, so Veronica puts him in an ice bath. When she turns the TV on, the news says that the CNA cameraman is found dead at a motel and they suspect Veronica of murdering him. Veronica tries another phone to make a call when they are attacked. Luke, who is now feeling much better, dashes through walls and the couple manage to flee the scene again. They stop at a gas station and go inside. Luke takes his clothes off, saying there must be a tracker placed somewhere in his body. Veronica finds it and takes it out. Just as they're about to leave, the Unisols catch up to them. Luke sets a trap and hides. When the Unisols bust in the room, the gas station explodes, killing several of the Unisols. He and Veronica then steal some of the documents from the truck and escape. Realizing the pursuit is costing them greatly, the colonel calls his man off. But when he calls GR-13 back into the truck, he refuses to obey orders, saying, "My name is Andrew Scott," and kills the colonel. He cuts his ears to use as a trophy necklace and then takes command of the Unisols, killing all of the technicians and rest of the group one by one. The Unisols then continue to pursue. In the next scene, Luke and Veronica meet with one of the doctors behind the Unisols project. They find his address from the documents they stole from the truck. The doctor tells the couple that they used hyperacceleration to revive dead flesh, but the bodies run in dangerously high temperature. That is why they must be cooled down regularly. The doctor says he doesn't know how to help Luke get back in his normal life, so the couple leave. Luke tells Veronica she should leave him and that the Unisouls are after him, suggesting she has a good story now and documents to back her. But Veronica refuses to leave. However, they are arrested by the police. As they are being transferred, the Unisouls manage to locate them again somehow. I don't know how, but they do. It is called lazy writing. Anyway, Scott shoots the driver of the bus. Luke takes control of the wheel and pushes Veronica off the bus. Then he climbs onto the roof of the bus, shoots the Unisoul driving the truck, and jumps off. Scott and the truck plummet into the valley, causing it to explode. In the next scene, Luke finally returns home, reuniting with his parents. Veronica then bids farewell to Luke and departs. However, when she reaches to her car, Scott intercepts her. How did he survive? Lazy writing. How did he find Luke's house in the middle of nowhere? Lazy writing. How did he get to the house so fast without a vehicle? That's right, lazy writing. Anyway, Scott cuts the power to the house. When Luke goes outside, he discovers both his parents and Veronica held captive by Scott. When Veronica attempts to escape, Scott throws a grenade at her, causing her to fall. This angers our hero and he rises in an epic scene. Nowadays it's cringe, but back in the 90s it was epic. He delivers several kicks to Scott's face, causing him to fall onto the spikes of a meat grinder machine. Luke then starts the engine and grinds Scott into pieces. He then frees her parents and rushes to Veronica, who is still alive. The two embrace each other, showing that Luke, despite being a Unisoul, still has emotions and that there's still hope for him to be a human again.